Hello, students. Hope you're all doing well during this pandemic time. This is Dr. M. Bhushanam, Associate Professor in Zoology, Maharani Science College for Women, Bengaluru. Students, in today's session, we shall understand another topic related to genetics. That is session 5, Inheritance of ABO blood groups in man. So the learning objective is to understand the blood groups in man related to ABO blood groups. The content includes inheritance of ABO blood group in man. As we all know, blood is a fluid connective tissue present in the circulatory system of man. A healthy man approximately has 5 liters of blood that circulates throughout their body. The composition of the blood system, when we look at it, consists of two parts. The proteinaceous liquid part called plasma, and the cellular part we call it as blood cells. The blood cells majorly includes erythrocytes or red blood corpuscles, in short we call them as RBCs. Leukocytes or white blood corpuscles, in short we call them as WBCs. And thrombocytes, also referred as blood platelets. These components of blood were believed to be safe for all human beings in the past days. There are more than 40 different types of blood groups seen in human beings. Until the discovery of ABO blood group system by Karl Landsteiner, people were thought that every human being has got the similar type of blood. So, in 1900s, after the discovery of ABO blood group system by Karl Landsteiner, who's an Austrian pathologist, while he conducting experiments on the blood, he mixed different types of blood and noted that the plasma of certain blood types produce a curdling type of agglutinates or a kind of clusters which were caused by the absence of certain of molecules on red blood cells. He called them as antibodies. He then made a note of this agglutination and divided the blood types into 4 groups, which are predominantly known as ABO blood group system. In 1920s, he was awarded for this particular work the Nobel Prize. The blood grouping system is very important for the process of blood transfusion. When there is lack of blood or blood cells in a human being, we can transfuse the blood from the other individual externally. Our immune system recognizes another blood type as a foreign substance and attacks those blood cells and kills them. So we call this particular reaction process as transfusion reaction. There arises 2 major blood systems that plays a very vital role in the ABO blood grouping system of the human beings. Number one is ABO blood system itself, the second one is RH system. So both are important for transfusion reactions to note during the transfusion of blood. So one system is ABO system, the other one is rhesus system, that is RH system. According to ABO system, there are 4 types of blood groups noted, namely A, B, AB and O. The second part is RH system, where you have only 2 types of blood system there, that is RHD positive, RHD negative, rhesus D antigen positive and rhesus D antigen negative. So you have only positive and negative types for the RH factor. But for ABO blood group system, we have, based on the antigens A and B, their presence and absence, we have 4 types of blood groups, namely A, B, AB and O. Group A blood system contains antigen A. So based on the type of antigen an individual has, we decide the type of blood group. So if you call a blood group as A, the individual's blood will have antigen A. They will have antibodies or seramic proteins of the type antibody B. Antigen decides the blood group. They will have opposite to antigen A, the blood proteins or seramic proteins called as antibody B. Similarly, blood group B contains antigen B, antibodies are said to be A. For blood group AB, they will have both the antigens A and B, whereas antibodies A and B are totally absent. Blood group O, O stands for here 0 actually. In due course of time that 0 has become O. They have neither A nor B antigens. So no antigens are present in these individuals. But they will have antibodies corresponding to A and B. So based on the type of antigen, we decide the type of the blood group. I repeat, antigen A, if it is present, we call it the blood group as blood group A. If antigen B is present, we call the blood group as blood group B. If both the antigens A and B are present, we call the blood group as AB. If both the antigens are absent, we call them as blood group O. So blood group A contains antigen A, blood group B contains antigen B. AB contains both the antigens, O contains no antigens in their blood group system. Individuals of blood group O are commonly called as universal donors. They can give blood to any blood group during the transfusion process, whereas individuals of blood group AB are called as universal recipients. They can take blood from any of the blood groups. Condition here is that we will have to look whether the individuals are positive and negative for RHD antigen. There was a study undertaken by a group of scientists and have noted that the blood group ABO blood group system is related to the genes present on chromosome number 9 and 19. Chromosome number 9 has got at its longer arm, Q arm, the genic locus as it's mentioned in this slide. That gene is responsible for the production of the blood grouping antigens. According to Cabot, Watkins and others, who are the students of Landsteiner, They studied that the matured RBCs are formed from their precursor cells called as erythropoietic precursor cells are immature RBCs. Students, a point to be noted here is that whatever the blood RBCs that we find in our blood system are enucleated or matured RBCs. So our mature RBCs doesn't have a nucleus corresponding to it. They are developed from the erythropoiesis process, and it takes place in the bone marrow. And these erythropoietic cells of RBCs before attaining the maturity, they are called as erythropoietic precursor cells, are also referred as immature RBCs. The specialty of this immature RBCs is that they have a nucleus within them. Nucleus corresponds to the presence of or localization of the chromosomes in them. In human beings, we have 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of allosomes. In RBCs, we find the nucleus, and nucleus in turn contains chromosomes. These chromosomes related to chromosome number 19 will code for a gene which is responsible for the enzyme called as fucotransferase enzyme. This fucotransferase enzyme, as the name indicates, it will transfer the carbohydrate moiety of the fucose. So the enzyme will add fucose to the mucopolysaccharides which are seen generally on the RBC cell membrane. Students, remember, we have understood just in the earlier slide that there is chromosome number 9 which is responsible for the production of mucopolysaccharides on RBCs. This mucopolysaccharides is common to all the human beings, and in chromosome number 19 the mucopolysaccharides gets added with the fucose moieties. So the cell membrane of the RBCs, when it has nucleus within, it first synthesizes mucopolysaccharides or oligosaccharides, to which there is addition of the fucose moieties. When fucose along with the mucopolysaccharides combines, it forms a complex which we call it as H substance or H antigen. Students, remember what is the corresponding chromosomic gene here? Chromosome number 19 has got a gene which is responsible for the production of enzyme fucose transferase. So this fucose transferase will add or combine fucose with that of the oligosaccharides or polysaccharides present on the cell membrane of RBCs. So when fucose gets added to mucopolysaccharides, a branching takes place, and that moiety we call it as H substance or H antigen. So all human beings contains this kind of RBCs in the immature condition in all the blood types, whether it is A, B, AB or O. Every individual will have H antigens on their RBCs. At which particular state? It is at immature RBC state. Now, hope the concept is clear now. When you look at the blood system, you have towards the right side the chemical representation. So fucose gets added to form the H antigen moiety. Now, one by one we shall understand. Please do concentrate. We have understood that chromosome number 9 is responsible for having the gene that gives the or decides the ABO blood group system. So this chromosome number 9 in its homologous condition, mean to say one chromosome is from father, the other one from the mother. 2 chromosomes we will have. If both the chromosomes contain an active genic allele, we call it as homozygous, or it can have active gene only on one chromosome, then the other side it may be absent. We call it as heterozygous condition. Homozygous is represented as IAIA. I stands for isoagglutinin. A stands for the antigen type. Heterozygous condition of the same is represented as capital IA and small I. Small I indicates that there is no corresponding antigen A on it. Whether it is homozygous or heterozygous condition, the gene on Q arm of the chromosome number 9 will code for a special enzyme called as enzyme N-acetyl galactosamine transferase. So it is generally called as NAGA-T. N stands for, in NAGA, N stands for N, A stands for acetyl, G stands for galactose, A stands for amine. So N-acetyl galactosamine gets transferred to the polysaccharide or oligosaccharide which is already there on H factor. So to the H factor there is addition of N-acetyl galactosamine. It is called as alpha factor, sorry, alpha is missing here, or A factor. So this enzyme will add galactosamine to the H factor which is already there on immature RBC cell membrane. So now this complex of H factor with N-acetyl galactosamine is called as A antigen complex. Students, I think the concept is getting clear for you. When oligosaccharide alone is there, chromosome 19 will produce the structure of fucotransferase enzyme that will add fucose to the oligosaccharide to form H antigen substance. Now, chromosome number 9 at genic locus IAIA or IA small I that will synthesize N-acetyl galactosamine transferase that will add now N-acetyl galactosamine to the H factor. When it adds up, that complex we call it as A antigen. So wherever the A antigen complex is there on the RBCs, such RBCs will give the blood group type referred as blood group A. In simple, antigen A, if it is there, we call that type of blood group as A blood group. So what is responsible for it? It is the enzyme N-acetyl galactosamine transferase, which adds up N-acetyl galactosamine to the H factor. And what is responsible here? It is that gene referred as IAIA, homozygous type, or IA small I, heterozygous type of the gene present on chromosome number 9. Now, when you look at here, we have H factor which has addition of N-acetyl galactosamine to it to form A antigen complex. Coming on to the second type, the same chromosome number 9 in few individuals have got another variant gene. That gene is called as homozygous B gene or heterozygous IB gene. So IB, capital B or IB with a recessive allele to it. This is also a variant form of gene, and another form of gene occupying the same locus on chromosome number 9. This gene will produce another enzyme called galactosamine transferase. So N-acetyl, if it is added to it, we call it as the function of IAIA gene. IB gene's function is to synthesize galactosamine transferase, or beta factor we call here it as a B factor. So this structure of the gene enzyme will add galactosamine to the H factor. So H factor in general is present on all RBCs in its precursor condition addition of the type of galactosamine to it, whether it is pure galactosamine or N-acetyl galactosamine, we have the type of gene present there. Now, B gene will synthesize the galactosamine transferase. This will add galactosamine to the H factor. Now, the H factor along with this galactosamine complex is called as B antigen. Students, remember, wherever B antigens are there, you call the condition is what? Blood group B. So, this is the genetics behind the B blood group. So, you do not have N-acetyl moiety, it is just plain galactosamine that gets added to H factor to form the B blood group. The third type of blood group we have is AB blood group. So, what is the condition? Here there is another variant form of the same gene locus at chromosome number 9 called as IAIB. No heterozygosity or homozygosity condition here. Both the antigenic genes are present in few. When both are there, they code both for N-acetyl galactosamine transferase by A and galactosamine transferase by the B. So, both the types of enzymes are produced by both these alleles. When both are synthesized, for few of the H factors, you find N-acetyl galactosamine getting added by the gene A and gene B will add to the H factor merely galactosamine moieties. So, on the RBCs of this particular kind, we find few epitopes having N-acetyl galactosamine and few epitopes having galactosamine to the H factor. So, this complex of RBC that has both the antigen A and antigen B on their plasma membrane will form blood group AB. So, type of genotype will produce the type of enzyme. That type of enzyme will have a specific function. That specific function will decide the specific antigen factor to be present on RBCs. Here in this case of AB blood group, we find both the antigens of A and B. So, when you look at here, you find antigen type A, antigen type B on the RBCs of AB blood group system. The fourth type of blood group is O blood group. Here what happens is that the dominant form of alleles corresponding to the production of antigen A, antigen B are absent on chromosome number 9 locus. I repeat, dominant gene is missing, but a recessive gene is there, which is non-functional. It will not synthesize any of the enzymes. So, H factor alone are present because it is produced by chromosome number 9 and 19. It is already there. But corresponding antigen A and B are not there because of the absence of their alleles. Thereby, the RBCs of this type of individuals in their mature condition will show no antigens of A and B. So, this condition is called O blood group condition. Initially, it is referred as 0 absent condition for the antigens. In due course of time, it got modified as blood group O. So, blood group O is equal to the H factor which is seen initially, right? H factor, if it has certain components added up, either of A or of B antigen gets formed. If nothing is getting formed, added to the H factor, the blood of the individuals of blood group O will have the RBCs, but with only H factor without any antigen A and antigen B. So, such blood group is called O blood group system. So in the picture right towards the left side, you can find how the blood type O is represented. No antigens added of type A and type B. So our O antigens is what you see much towards the left side, extreme left. No galactosamine, no no galactose, N-acetyl galactosamine added to it. It is just H antigen. So that's about the importance of ABO blood group system. The second blood system part that we need to understand is rhesus system. Rhesus system is related to another antigen called rhesus factor, also referred as Rh antigen. In addition to the ABO blood group system, a predominant type, Rh blood group system is also considered. It is seen that this Rh antigen will decide whether the blood group is positive or negative. Students, remember, if the Rh antigen D is present along with the ABO antigens, if it is present, we call it as Rh positive. If it is absent, if Rhd antigens are absent, we call it as negative. The Rh antigens are also kind of proteins that gets added onto the cell membrane of RBCs in the precursor stage. And that particular antigen, we call it as a 12-pass membrane peptide chain. It indicates that at 12 times it goes into the cell membrane and comes out the same peptide chain. If this has got attachment of antigen D to it, we call it as Rh positive or Rhd positive. If this antigen D is absent on this 12-pass membrane structure, we call it as Rh negative or Rhd negative. Because this particular antigens also starts producing the antibodies. So that's the reason why it is also very crucial at the time of blood transfusion process. When you look at the system of Rh positive, it will have Rhd antigens over the RBCs. If it is absent, it appears to be Rh negative component. Well, students, along with the ABO blood group system, presence and absence of Rh factor is also considered. If the individual is A positive, what does it mean? He will have both antigen A as well as rhesus factor antigen D. If both are present, we call it as A positive. If the RBCs has only antigen A on their RBCs without the Rhd antigen, we call it as A negative. Similarly, we have B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, O negative. Of all the blood group system, maximum type of the blood group is related to O positive. The next comes A positive. Then comes O negative. Then comes B positive. Then comes A negative. Then comes B negative. Then comes AB positive. Then comes AB negative. So much of human population will show O positive, and least type of blood group that is seen is AB negative. O negative blood contains no antigens of A, B and Rhd. This is said to be universal donor. Meant to say they can donate their blood to any blood types. A person with O negative blood can donate to almost to anyone. A person with Rh negative blood can donate it to the person of either Rh negative or of Rh positive individuals also A person with Rh positive can donate their blood only to Rh positive blood group individuals only. So, O negative blood group is in much of demand, a rarest type. The rules for plasma as well as of Rh factor is opposite. Plasma can be donated to universal plasma donor will have the type AB blood group. If someone with blood group B antigen receives RBCs with someone blood group A antigen, their body will have the immune response and reject the transfusion process because they have antigen A and they are receiving antigen B into them. Anti-A antibody in the recipient's blood will attack and destroy the antigen A donor RBC cells. So, this is the ideology behind the blood transfusion techniques. When a recipient plasma attacks and destroys the donor cells RBCs by agglutinization process or clumping process, this leads to the destruction of the blood cells and clotting of the blood cells takes place in the blood vessels that will obstruct the flow of blood, and that is very dangerous for the individuals. The allergic reactions will be seen commonly, and it is a life-threatening process for the individuals. They die. Coming on to the genetical aspects of ABO blood group system. Blood group A will have genotype homozygous A or heterozygous A. Blood group B will have homozygous B or heterozygous B. Blood group type AB will have only IA-IB, that is codominance. Blood group O will have recessive form of this isoagglutinin genotypes. This is the table that indicates what kind of blood is possible. If mother's blood group is A, homozygous, and father's blood group is also homozygous, then definitely the child's blood group will be homozygous A. If both are heterozygous, blood group A, then the child may have possibility of A or O. So, like this, we have different types of blood groups that are expected based on the type of blood group the father and the mother will possess it. This is very, very important because these factors will decide the blood group type for the possibility of survival or death of the children in future. So, how to go for testing the blood type? We draw the blood from the provider. The sample is taken. It is spread on 3 distinct areas of the slide. We add antisera to it, that is antibodies to it. Then we mix and see for the type of reaction that it takes place, along with the antigen D type also. So, before a person donates the blood, he should be checked for the type of blood what he possesses. Otherwise, blood transfusion reaction process will take place and it may cause death of the individual. The blood donations also is commonly seen in order to save the lives. This is something very important aspect that as students you will have to remember. ABO blood group system is much associated with the healthy aging as well as disease development. They are very much associated with the cardiovascular diseases. For example, in blood group A, gastric cancers are commonly seen. In blood group O, gastric and duodenal ulcers, intestinal ulcers are commonly seen. in non-group O, other than O, they may show increased risk of both arterial and venous diseases related to the circulatory system. So, with this we are completing the concept related to the ABO blood group system, students. So, the outcome of today's session is you all have learned how this blood group systems of ABO is and how it gets inherited to their parents based on the type of genotype that they have. So now we shall concentrate on the multiple choice questions. In the ABO blood group system, blood group O is characterized by which of these particular features? Antigen O presence, there is no antigen O, we have antigen H. So, presence of both the antigens, it is AB. Absence of both antigen and B, A and B, that is correct. So, answer is C. Absence of both antigen A and B is seen in blood group O. Antiserum is blood serum that contains specific antibodies. Okay, so answer is A. Which antibodies are found in the plasma of a person with blood type A? He will have antigen A in his blood. So, antibodies are anti-B. So, anti-B is present. Anti-A is absent. Answer is D. If a blood type ends in positive, what does it mean? They have Rh factor on their blood system, that is RBC cells. So, answer B is correct. The red blood cells that do not contain either A or B on their surface are normally found in which type of blood group here? Both are absent. It is O. Answer is B. So, the references of today's topic include cell biology, genetics, molecular biology, evolution and ecology by P.S. Verma and Agarwal. Zoology for degree students by Agarwal, histology and genetics by Mohan P. Arora, cytology, genetics and molecular genetics by Pandey, introductory zoology by Vimala of volume 5 and a textbook of zoology volume 3 by Dr. Ramesh along with the web references of Wikipedia and Britannica.com. Thank you all students.